happy Swiss National Day to everybody who I know that is celebrating in my group, and of course also to everyone else that might be watching. Yes, if you're wondering why I'm wearing a turtleneck sweater this morning, it is actually, yes, we are today covering the August outlook, but it's actually rainy, windy, and very cold suddenly. So yeah, that's why the turtleneck. I hope the bad weather will stop in time. I was planning on watching the fireworks and also shooting some fireworks myself as every year. So I hope yeah, I can stick to my plans and the weather is not ruining them. Now, today we have lots and lots and lots to cover. As requested in the group, I'm gonna be going over every single project out of the higher risk portfolio side, covering some of the main altcoins, and also yes, Doge and Pepe were requested again, so I will cover them, of course. And of course, let's start though very basic with BTC. Yesterday, some of you really nicely done caught the day trades, the day trade that I posted yesterday, somewhere around, I think somewhere around this time when I posted it. Then we had the sell off. You know these setups. This is textbook setup. Break of the trend line, retested it. This is your entry. This is your entry. Your defined risk would be above these highs. And then first target was for me this, and this as outlined in the setup. And now we already still have our swing shorts going. They hit the first target with Monday low for me, and now personally what I am looking for is, yes, the downside targets, the two other downside targets, main downside targets are still kind of standing. It's really the beginning of the month, and you know what I am really looking for in the new month. I am quite bullish for August. I think there is potentially still a lot of anticipation going on with this BlackRock stuff. Not so much with the ARC 21, which is said to be the deadline, not the deadline, but a deadline for the SEC to file the extension around August 12th or 13th, but it is, I think, around the 10th or 11th, well, the Friday before. I think it falls on a Sunday. So definitely pay attention to that. I think there's some new stuff, but I think they're just going to file for extension. But other than that, I still feel like if you get a little bit of a proper down movement here, there's still enough fuel in the market to maybe, yeah, rally into anticipation for this BlackRock, the first BlackRock deadline. I think there's a lot of anticipation going on that they will be approved right out the gate, which I don't think that will happen. But well, we can just speculate what is going to happen. But that's for me. I'm still as long as for me these lows, 24, 25k lows here are holding, I am still pretty bullish. I like the structure on the weekly and monthly chart, and there is no reason for me to believe for my targets lower to 20k or something like that, which is possible, but then we will react to it once the time comes. Right now, we're just focusing on the price action that we currently are having. Of course, we're gonna be trading and are gonna be timing my exposure with trades off of monthly range. We have new monthly open as well, potentially to work with. But for me, really, what I am liking the best at the moment is really this really nice Monday range we had the week prior. This week's is very tight and narrow, but I'm really like to take place off of that. So trades that I'm looking for is potentially a down move into this area. This area here is a little bit messy for me. And I usually like to look at candle closes. So if we close below here, this is a clear, opens up the gates all the way to 27.5. But until we have a daily close below here, I'm still, just sitting and watching. So for me, what I am looking for would potentially be a move down here, reclaim last week's Monday low, and then with first targets would be into monthly open, and then Monday high, which also beautifully lines up with mid-range of last week's Monday range. And then if we get a nice reclaim here, targets up here, and reclaim this, and I think we're off to the races. I think if we are going a second time, taking a stab at 31.5, 32K, I think we're gonna be going. That's what I'm watching for potential long setups, and also based on this strength here potentially, if we're seeing that, right, you have a nice clean invalidation for your trades as price action will unfold over the next 1, 2, 3 days. I will also time my higher risk exposure by that, meaning if we potentially get here like a nice Monday low reclaim, or even get a reclaim of Monday high, I'm gonna be a lot more prone to, because the thing is, with these shit coins on these Dexes, right, you cannot set a stop. You can't set a stop. So for me, I time it with Bitcoin. That's what I'm doing 90% of the time, at least. Well, we have some stuff that we accumulated such a long time ago. It's up a couple 100%. This stuff is just some of the stuff that I'm holding. But when I am adding new exposure, that potentially always keeping in mind still these downside risks that we could potentially be having, I am timing this fresh exposure with Bitcoin. But we will go through it as the week goes on in our group to see, when does it get, when is it valid to put some more in, but also see, when it's maybe, it will not always work out. Like we had a massive run this year, but it will not always work out. There will be times where you take a trade and whatever, and it's not going to work out. You need to cut it, and you need to calculate that risk, especially with the stuff on these Dexes. I was asked about Bold, or whatever it was called. I will not cover that. It was just, listen guys. If something is up a couple 1,000% or whatever that was, let it go. I don't know. It's just, and now a drug, then it's down 80, 90%. Like, yes, I do trade a lot on these Dexes, and we have made the main part of our money on that this year. But the only project that we had this year that was a bust was eggs. But it was clear from the beginning that this was an absolute like meme coin situation. So other than that, we had no rugs, no nothing like, well, eggs is no rug. It's just, went down. It's, it's still going on, but I don't have much hope for it ever to return. We will see. But other than that, so Bold and this type of stuff, like, yes, I trade Doge, yes, I trade Pepe, but I have some type of line. All the other higher risk stuff, in my opinion, are solid projects where I do not expect them to go to zero all of a sudden. So this is all I'm saying. So Bold, you know what? You missed it. You were either in, you made your money, or if not, don't try to chase this trash. Just sit down, do some research, look at some solid teams, look at some solid projects, and then go and place your bets on that instead of trying to chase these meme coins. I don't even know what is going on with it. So just, focus. We had some people in this group really making massive amounts of money, not chasing meme coins, just solid, proper projects that we are, of course, not marrying, and we're going to be selling them once they give us a couple X's. Now for BTC, this is what I'm looking at. Other than that, I do wanna let a little bit of the swing run for potential more downside. Probably the rest of the position gonna trail the stops and profit. But there's for Bitcoin, we have been talking about the range. It's, yes, it went down a little bit. It's a little bit of a trade here to be had, but it's nothing like massive right now happening. So, and it's also only the first day of the month. So just give it a little bit of price action to develop. Also, very quickly, Dixie is on the move. So this is going to be really interesting. We discussed this scenario not too long ago. I still see a potential if this could be happening. I got it like the 105 area. But it's the first day of the month. Usually if I am, I want to be bearish Dixie. This is so far for me. I'm bearish Dixie, so I would expect a push into new month and then sell off after like a week or going into the second week or whatever. So we will watch it. I'm not gonna really get too crazy by it because especially Bitcoin was not as strongly correlated recently as it was before. So this is just something to keep in mind. Set some alerts. Just keep an eye on it. But of course, if we are breaking range lows down here and losing it, this would definitely support, you know, a lot of more risk on potentially. So just what I'm watching on the side. BTC should really be very, very clear. I will be covering how Monday range unfolds as the week goes on. Now for Arbitrum, yesterday I posted something that I'm watching, a nice little trend line breakout potentially, especially this 120 level. Nice level of confidence. So let's break the trend line, hold it, or maybe like a retest and go. Something like this is what I am looking at. But of course, here, if you are working with Monday range, let's see, it comes really nice in confluence with that level. So probably a Monday range play. If we get the retest of the trend line, we don't necessarily have to, but you guys know I love to play these trend line breakouts, retests. This is just really what I'm doing a lot. And I'm watching this for Arbitrum. Other than that, I'm just holding some of my spot. I would really like if you would come a lot lower, maybe kind of like this level, this one or two level I have been eyeing for a long time for like a nice retest. I would love to pick something up down there. Not sure if we get it or not, so I wait for either Monday range to the top side to unfold or some play with the trend line, or a lot lower prices. I'm just, as long as there's nothing clear, I'm just, you know, just setting my alerts, waiting for it, and then we can take it. The same really for Sui. We have Sui token unlock on the 3rd of August, which always causes, not always, most of the time, it causes some nice dips, some nice sell-ups and sell-offs. I am looking to any massive dips. I am still building my long-term position, and also here we can of course maybe make a nice monthly reclaim play Wednesday, Thursday. That's what I am looking at. It's really always the same. It's always the same. Nothing ever really changing. It's the same setups, the same stuff that I'm looking at, and just by now it's really boring stuff, repeating and executing. Doge the same. We have a really nice, this 80 cents level, daily close above that. I get a lot more bullish, which comes nice in confluence with Monday high. So for me here, I am looking to be trading a Monday high breakout. I thought we had a really nice trend line. I really am having some issues. I don't know if somebody else is experiencing this as well with my charts not saving. Some are saving. This did not save. Lost some of my levels. I don't know. If I'd have to take a guess, it's probably somehow my fault. But I think this is how we had that. Yeah. So, well, we're still broken out of this nice trend line. I mean, well, you can draw a trend line different. This is highly personal. However you want to draw it, just like don't adjust it as price action goes on. So for me, the safer play is, well, either we're gonna get closer to this trend line down here where maybe take a stab depending where BTC is, or for me, the safer play is a Monday high breakout that I am looking for at the moment. You need to decide yourself how you want to play that. We're just right now, we reclaimed Monday low, rejecting now, maybe potential nice short down to this level if this is something that you're looking to trade. Pepe, really, yes, I know there's a lot more price history, but I'm trading it on Kraken, and there's really not much more to say on Pepe. I would like to see a trend line breakout, and hold. An invalidation would probably be down here, and then for a lot higher prices, and add on potentially about the 1769 level. This is kind of like what I'm actively looking to trade. But like I said before, the action really was on the Dexes, and I think this will be like that. It literally has always been like that. Yes, last run we had Sol and FTT that were obviously on exchange, right? But most of the biggest gainers that I had back then were also on Dexes. Now real quick on Hera, there's not much more to add. We built a really nice position down here, which buys are up to 150%. Here, as always, you need to decide, you know, for me, always at 100, 150%, you can de-risk some, then I can just worry free, let this bag go. There is some nice development going on. I think they're very, very close to bridging over to Arbitrum, which I think they need desperately, to get a little bit more volume, get a little bit more of everything. So Hera is still the same. Then what else did we had? We had Kata. I am, oops, my cat, 1 second. I can't see anything anymore. Okay. Kata, I'm still building a position. We did not yet get a nice trend line retest yet. Development is going really, really well. There will also be a YouTube video about Katana Inu sometime this or next week. So that is coming up. Nothing is really changed. I mean, we took this run up here, and then, you know, and like I don't even know when we started in July and June to buy some back, and I'm still looking to buy more. I hope we get a little bit a step down, but for me this is something I will also time with BTC, the risk that I am adding there. Then Hilo, yesterday almost in price discovery. Well, today still really, really strong. I love the project. We talked about it before in other videos. This is also something that I'm looking, if I'm getting confirmation on Bitcoin, I would be comfortable adding a little bit more exposure to Hilo all the way up there. Then we were having Dark and MechX still consolidating after we had this massive pop. And maybe looking at something like this. Definitely would be picking some up if you get all the way down there. That's why I'm saying it is so important. If you get 100, I think at some of you booked at 220% or whatever it was, it's like, it is very important, because with these type of things, you know, one day they go up 100, 200%, just book half your position or book a little bit more. And then, you know, if there's really, if you like the project, if you like the narrative or whatever, right, you can then, you have capital, you could add on some, but definitely make sure, you know, if this stuff goes to zero, you know, after it went up over 200%, you need to have something secured, right? And then you can just like let it go, relax, and we see if you get this type of price action. Then we have MechX. Yeah, it looks like to be forming a complacency shoulder here, in my opinion. And let's see if we can get a lot lower on this. There I have to say, I would probably prefer Dark chart over this. We already de-risk on MechX too. I booked 50-60% of that position. Probably somewhere down here would be a level I would be happy to pick more up, or if we can reclaim this 1.5 level up here, 1.5 or 1.6, more like 1.6. That's something that I would be watching, either a lot lower or on strength to the top side. Then what else was I asked about again? Yeah, Rollbit. Let's talk really quick about this. And it's always so funny. People get so attached and they get so emotional over this. But guys, look where we booked that shit. We booked it at the literal top. We wrote it up twice this year. I'm not, this went way over 20x for us. This went for some people 50x and whatever. It's like, this is not that I'm looking to do trading anymore. Doesn't mean, listen, I still like Rollbit. I don't personally use it or whatever, but well, casino, gambling, and crypto is just like a natural thing to go hand in hand. But blockchain bets, I am still interested to pick up something. We already were also at the point where we were up by over 100%. We de-risked. So now I am looks like complacency shoulder over here, to be picking up something down here or above or above this level here. If we can show some strength, that would be fine, and then I think we would be off to the races. But right now I'm eyeing somewhere 740, 880. If we get a good step down here, I'd be fine. I'd be fine to inject some of the profits back in. But this for me this will be the play over Rollbit. WINR, like I said before, we discussed, only a day trade. It's moving for the first time in a long time. I am looking to taking a day trade on WINR if we get this trend line breakout, and then for me, you know, always choose your position size wisely on these. I really like it because it's on Arbitrum, but the token economics, because of the farming and this type of stuff, is really messed up because everybody's farming it, they're dumping into the market, so we're gonna need a lot of buying pressure to really get over these hurdles. But yeah, definitely this is gonna be interesting this week if you get a nice little breakout, retest and go. But this one I would definitely be quick at 100% gain to book some profits, and then let the rest run and see if you can get a couple X's out of that. Now RBF we can look at, nothing really changed with that. Absolutely loving Hilo and RBF, absolutely loving the project, but this, we talked about it before, is looking to be coming back down a lot lower. That's why I always say, don't ever FOMO. If you think you absolutely need to buy something, just buy a little so you're in, you can, you know, have your peace of mind. I know that some have an issue with that, but now, you know, with some patience would be really nice. I would definitely be looking up to it at the 20 cents level-ish, to be picking up something. Well, and you know what? If I don't get it, then I have the exposure that I have, and I don't care. This is really, really important. That's why also I wanted to, because I had a chat with one of you guys, making a lot of money off of these coins over the entire course of the year, and also especially last month we had some amazing runners. Just make sure that you keep applying the same risk profile going into the next month and the next month, because otherwise now if you then like, oh, okay, now I made all this cash, let's just, you know, bet big. Yeah, if you bet big on these things, you're gonna also potentially run the risk of losing big. So you need to stick to it and stick to your allocation size. Of course, personally, me too, yes, there are some projects where I allocate a little bit higher and some, of course, a little bit less. But overall, you need to do the same thing. You cannot go like maybe allocate 5K each and then suddenly you do one like 20, 30, 40, and then this one doesn't go right, then you're like, it destroys you. Just very, very important. Keep your risk profile. Don't go crazy. Don't go nuts. Just fresh month. See what Bitcoin does, and then re-inject the profits with a proper plan. Especially with these things, you can set a stop and whatnot. You know, just make a plan. Sit down. I did that yesterday. I made my plan. What I want to buy. What I want to rebuy. Set some alerts. You know. And so on and so on. It's very, very important. I still do this up till today. Have your journal, have all this set in stone, because otherwise money and the gains will make you stupid. So what else do we have? Let me see. Yeah, SDEX. SDEX definitely looking to be rebuying some of that. We had an alert. Dixie. Okay, we're looking at that in a second. SDEX, nothing changed. At first I thought I was stupid for not buying down here, but now I'm like, okay, I'm glad. That's why I'm like, sometimes with these things, I let a couple days pass by. Don't get FOMO, you know, don't go crazy. Just, you know, you need to relax. So definitely think gonna be going lower. But I also think there are some maybe exchange listings in the pipeline for SDEX. So definitely, well, if it goes without me, I'm fine. But I do think if Bitcoin here has some more downside to be had, that we can get a nice little dips out of that. Now, I do have one new project that I'm getting into my basket of shitcoins. which is actually not a shitcoin. And then I also don't ever mean that negative, right? Because also some are very sensitive about that, calling it shitcoins. Well, for me, anything is a shitcoin unless it is BTC or Ethereum. Let me see real quick. Where is it? I'm trying to pull it up. Let's pull it up on KuCoin. Kaspa, I posted it in the group. I've done a fair amount of research on it by now. I think on KuCoin it has as long as KuCoin or MXC. It's already listed. I really am liking the project. Yeah, it ran a good amount. I don't really care. I see a lot of upside potential for this. And I am looking personally to be building, well, yeah, one day high comes just in line with monthly open, weekly open, a very flat candle yesterday. So I am looking to get some exposure here. I think very good project. I'm still kind of like doing my research, and I'm planning on making a video for YouTube. Yeah, CAS is new. That's the new addition. I am not really looking, other than that, I'm not really looking to be adding a whole lot. There is already a lot going on for me in all these projects, a lot more than I would usually have, but so far this has really worked out nicely. Some are popping, we're redistributing and stuff like that, so this is really nice. But this is, I think, for this month the only of it. Well, I say it now, but maybe I find something else. But I'm currently doing some research in the Sui ecosystem. I found a really good one. It's called what was it called? Katesi or something like that. But there's lots and lots of wash trading going on. Yesterday I watched it and like, not really liking that all too much. But I am taking a deep dive into the Sui ecosystem. So maybe we get something interesting there. But other than that, CAS is going to be the only new addition for me so far. Oh, and of course, we're gonna take one look at cough. They should be coming onto CoinGecko very soon. Game is very close to be released. There's really not much more to say. They're continuously now way over 30k trading volume per day, so I think nothing should stand in the way of getting on CoinGecko. Yeah, other than that, this is one of the few. This is really a hold for me. Yes, eventually, if we go like a little 1 or 2 X's more, I will book a little bit. But this is one of my big bets on the low caps. Definitely, you guys know that we made a video about it and everything, and yeah. Definitely watching that, and any dip, I think I would definitely be interested. Maybe even adding some to this bag. Other than that, nothing much more to add. It is really early in the month. Usually until the 2nd or 3rd of the month, I'm not really getting big positions on. So we know what we are looking for with BTC. Nice little dip, reclaim Monday low, unless we reclaim Monday low and so on and have these couple steps. I'm not looking to be building up exposure additionally yet. And other than that, my swing I'm gonna let run and see if we get some lower targets here. But yeah, needs just a little bit more price action. But other than that, this is really, well, everything is the same. We've just been in this range. Not much has happened yet, but I am hopeful for this month that we can get, we got an alert here for Dixie, that we can get a lot more price action, and I think it's gonna be a great month of trading with just a little bit of patience. So that was it for the weekly outlook, and I will be back with updates in the group if we have price action for BTC unfolding, either is it hitting targets for a swing short, or is it potentially set up for longs, right? And it's maybe time to switch the tune. We will see how price action unfolds. And other than that, I hope everybody is having a great day, and I catch you guys soon. Bye bye.